Hello and welcome everybody. I am Bonnie Bruder and you are watching The Bon Bon Show. I am so excited because today we have some incredible entrepreneurs. They are part of a new television series called Branded and they have flown in from all over the globe. And so in just a minute you are going to hear really their story behind the brand. So I'm so excited to introduce you to some of these incredible ladies. Welcome everybody.
Thank you.
So we have people that have flown in from all over the globe. Di, you came all the way from Australia. Can you tell our viewers just a little bit about your mission and what it is that you do?
I've flown in from Perth, Western Australia, and thank you for having me here. And what I do is I'm known as the Ideas Diva. And so I help people catch their ideas, first become aware of their ideas, and then catch their ideas. What I find is there's so many women, I'm talking specifically men, but women who want to be more. They know they can be more, and yet because of family commitments, business commitments, running around after often other people, their ideas just get lost.
Yes.
And so I find that people come to me and say, well, how have you succeeded in 5 businesses over your life? And it's like, I'm really good at catching my ideas. So I'm good at helping people get their ideas out, planning their ideas, putting them into a system so they can monetize what they really, really love to do, what their passion is, what's their drive, what were they here to do? So that's what I have created to do. And I've just launched my book today called High Heels Paradox. Isn't that so exciting?
Congratulations! That is amazing. That is amazing. So we have another author. We have many authors on our panel. But Pat, you also have a book that just recently launched. Can you tell our viewers about you and what you do?
Sure. My book is Your Body as the Creation of Consciousness, and we just launched a couple of days ago, and it was number 1 in 8 countries. Yay! I'm the creator of Pole Dancing for Consciousness as well as other programs, and for me, my mission is to help women get out of judgment of their bodies, connect more with their bodies, have more fun with their bodies, enjoy like the pleasures of this life with their bodies. If you think about it, look at it, everything that we do in this reality is for the body. If you didn't have a body, would you need to eat? Would you need clothes? Would you need to fly on an airplane? No, if you were just a being, then you could do all that stuff and you wouldn't need it. So the pleasures of this reality is my favorite thing to kind of play around with. The sun in your hair and, the wind rustling your skin. I mean, all that. So, yeah.
I love it. Well, speaking of putting something in your body, we have an amazing woman here, Darvini D, who loves to create beautiful food to make your body happy.
Yes.
So Darvini, share a bit about what it is that you love to do.
Well, it started when I grew up partly in France, so food and eating and sharing with friends and family is very much part of your life. Mm-hmm. And through the years and having a baby very late in life, I discovered that I had to nourish my child instead of just feed her. So it started by involving my family in cooking and having fun while cooking and enjoying cooking and making it fun. So it all began with that, and over the years and over the time, it's expanded to doing other things. So what happened was that now, through the cooking, I've helped people discover and have a life well lived, a pleasurable life well lived. And through that it came that there was a lot of women and moms who had forgotten, which we talked about earlier, who had forgotten who they were and how they enjoyed life and what they were and how they were. They forgot they were an awesome girl. So through this came, I wrote a book called Rediscovering Your Inner Awesome Girl. But it involves cooking, worksheets, and how to find yourself again in your awesomeness, because we really are all awesome. We are all awesome girls.
Yeah.
At every age we are, from age 2 to 92, we're awesome. And we forget that. We forget that as moms, we forget that as career women. We forget that, I just forget who we are sometimes. So that came through a passion and love of cooking, and I expanded into kind of refining yourself, your awesomeness again. So that book, which I'm in the middle of writing, will be ready in November.
All right.
I love it.
Exciting.
Congratulations. So while we're on that note, we do have somebody that knows a lot about this subject. Christine came to us from the UK. Another long
From
distance.
Australia.
Oh, from Australia. I'm sorry.
Originally the UK,
Yes,
but 25 years
that's
Australian.
Right. I apologize. That's even further.
She's got a blended accent.
Can you tell the viewers just a little bit about what you do and how you work with people to become best-selling authors?
Yeah, for sure. Look, my background is I'm a teacher, and I've always loved teaching. So, but I hated teaching at the same time. So I, went into many different careers. Mainly involved around sales, and opted in. Always had teaching to fall back on, and I always did that. But then I actually fell into, the book publishing in a funny way, because I was actually publishing digital magazines, which I still do. But I've always been an early adopter. I used to teach Facebook back when there's going to be 500,000 people on Facebook back then. So I've always been an early adopter.
6 million now.
Yeah. And because of that, it was really difficult to teach about the digital magazines. So someone suggested to me that I wrote a book, which I did, and it became an international #1 best-selling book in many countries. And then I had people, how did you do it? Tell me what your secrets are. So, okay, there's obviously a need for this in the market. So I started helping people to write and publish their books. And today I've had over 370 #1 best-selling authors, help them to, write or publish their books. And actually, you've got 3 people here today. And it's just amazing to see the difference, because it's not only about publishing your book, it's about wrapping your business around your book, or your book around your business, whichever you've already got. And really how to have a much higher perceived value, have the authority, be seen as the expert in your niche with your book, and through that being able to increase your fees that you charge for your coaching, your consulting, your speaking, whatever it might be, but also create other products around that. Could be, recurring residual type income, membership or whatever. So different things like that I teach around the book as well. So the book is sort of like the base, and I love teaching how to create something once and then create, repurpose it and make lots of different content from that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Amazing. We have so many incredible women here today.
We really do.
So Tanya,
And sorry, I just want to say it was just an absolute pleasure working with these 3 ladies, just second to none.
I bet. And I feel
So
like there's
fun working
probably
with
some more books in this panel.
Yeah.
In fact, I actually know for a fact there are.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later.
There's something really special here, though, Bonnie, because it's really true to my heart, is family freedom. And Tanya, your family is really fighting, is a freedom fighter family. You're really all about that. Share a bit more with our audience. What does that mean to you, and why are you on this mission to help create freedom for more families?
Well, family is very important to me.
Yeah.
And I've come to realize that working, being an accountant, that I'm working 12-hour days, 7 days a week, and I'm realizing I'm missing my family grow up, and my husband's at work, I'm at work, and I'm like, you know what, this is ridiculous. And so I found that I'm helping people, that more and more people are living paycheck to paycheck, and they don't know how to manage their finances. And they're letting the money control them, and they're not controlling the money. And so they really need to map out their future in a blueprint. And so I've basically quit working in the business world, and I started helping people map out their financial future so they can have a financial life of freedom with their families.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow, and so many incredible missions. And Erica, I would love to hear from you, because you're somebody that really also helps people figure out their mission and figure out what they do. Tell
Yes.
the viewers about what you're up to.
Yes, I am all about stepping into your power and just living your true best self, whatever that may be. Whatever has happened in your past, whatever childhood, any limiting beliefs, you can break those barriers and break those patterns and step into whoever you want to be. You can be the most amazing person, and so I'm very much into motivational, self-love, awareness, and just
totally stepping into your power and becoming the best version of yourself.
I love it. I love it. You know, and on that note, what's really neat, what I'm hearing with all these female entrepreneurs, there's so many big missions, there's so many things that people are up to, and one thing I know for sure is being an entrepreneur is that there's a little hustle. That's
A lot of hustle.
So I want to introduce our viewers to Liliana, who is about the hustle. Tell them what you're up to.
Absolutely. We have created a brand called Hustle Hardcore, and it's a clothing company. And our mission is to inspire people to find their passion in life, to find who they are, and to follow their dreams, their goals. And once they do that, they can just achieve so much. They can help so many people, not just themselves.
Yes.
But you know, it's like a rolling effect. They help themselves, they help other people, basically just all to improve the world, which is, at the end of the day, what I want to see more.
I love it. How did you choose hustle?
Well,
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. My partner and myself are entrepreneurs, and we travel a lot. And we realized one day, you know, we are real hustlers. Absolutely. And I said, you know what? Sometimes it's difficult to keep the inspiration, because being an entrepreneur can be very hard. So we thought, you know what, it would be so nice if we could actually have something that inspires us, that remind us of what our goal is. Yeah. And what about sharing it with everybody else?
I love it.
So basically that's where it came from. It was initially something that we thought, well, you know, something we can wear. But not only that, another thing that we thought as well, and that's one thing that we want to achieve with this company, is to help other people through by sharing the message of ladies, like the ladies we have in the panel, through our social media channels, not just through our t-shirts, hats, but through our social media channels
Sharing
as
that
well.
story,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's such a great point, and again, I really do believe you have to hustle so much if you're in business if you want to create any level of success. And one of the things, you know, that we've found with all of the branded women that you've seen over the last couple of weeks on the show, and that you'll see throughout the series for a few months, is that they have that in common. And it's also, I love your point, and pretty much what everybody's saying in a different way, it's all about helping others. It's all about coming together, creating a community, and with that, you create something that's bigger than yourselves. So,
Absolutely.
yes.
You're also inspiring.
Yes, it's so inspiring. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. This has been another incredible episode of The Bon Bon Show on Bon Bon Networks, but the show doesn't end here. Head on over to bonbon.live. You'll see behind-the-scenes clips. You'll get to know these ladies even better. And over the next 13 weeks, you are going to hear from them on individual episodes, and you're going to learn the story behind the brand. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Making it means being able to wake up every day and dive into a character and a story that I believe in telling. Yeah, just the chance to do what I love every single day and have that be my income and in my life and my sort of 9 to 5. I think my biggest challenge is honestly being blonde and 22 and kind of green. You know, I moved here and I didn't have a lot of TV and film experience. My whole background is theater. So a lot of times someone will see my resume and kind of cringe. So it's just proving myself and being able to get the credits and the roles that I'm going after without having a whole lot of experience from growing up. How do I approach the business? I approach it as a business. I think it's called show business for a reason, and it's so much more than just getting to look pretty and play a character. And I've definitely learned that the last 3 years. I have this giant binder, which keeps track of every audition I go on, every agent I meet, every casting director, what I wear, how I performed, what character it was, the date, if I got a call back, if I booked it, just every connection you keep track of, and you follow up and you get to know them, and it's more than acting, but I love acting, so I'll tackle the business side too. I think my biggest challenge is being able to let go of the roles that you fall in love with. A lot of times people will say, just throw the script away as soon as you walk out of the audition, and that's hard because I think if you believe in it and if you love it, you have to be passionate about the role that you're going out for, and you study it and you think about it and nonstop, and still struggle with that at times because there are characters that I just really want to play, but it gets easier too. Acting isn't just this glamorous, silly, make-believe kind of lifestyle. I think a lot of my friends from home, or people in my hometown will see like a Facebook post and will be like, your life it seems so amazing, and I think it involves a lot of hard work and business, and you have to be smart, and you have to know what you want, and you have to know how to go after it, so it's a lot more than just playing pretend. I think my biggest disappointment was a role on a CMT miniseries. It's called $1 Million Quartet, and it's kind of the story of Elvis and Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis when they were younger. And I was up to play Elvis's high school girlfriend, Trixie. And I kind of got through 3 different auditions and callbacks, and I was so into it. Even though I didn't get it, I learned a lot, but still it was sad. I think I've learned that I definitely want it, but I don't think you really know if you love it until you go after it and you face the challenges and the rejection and the everyday hustle of auditions, and I think I was pleasantly surprised to know that after all of that, it's still what I want more than anything. I'm Jillian Kinsey, and I'm gonna make it.
Making it means doing something that I love and just being able to wake up and not have to stress over going to a job that I'm not comfortable with or I don't like. A lot of people just settle and just do it for the money, but I feel like just being in an environment where, that you're just set up to win is the best way. I would say fear. Just because I feel like sometimes I hold myself back from a lot of stuff just because I don't necessarily love the limelight, but it comes with acting, it comes with being in the entertainment business. My dream role would be Empire, maybe Taraj. I feel like she just has such an amazing soul, and she's the type of actress who can be sad and happy and can show every single mood of her. It's really not all that it seems to be, in that it's a lot of hard work and a lot of pressure, and it has a lot of great opportunities and a lot of great people in it, especially if you make the right connections, but it's also a lot of hard work. Usually I'm on set. If I'm not on set, I'm at a photo shoot, and if I'm not going to a photo shoot, I'll go to castings and just open workshops to help myself get better in acting. Sometimes I'll go to acting classes or go to boxing. I wouldn't say that I have a setback, unless it would just be myself. If I'm holding myself back, I feel as though I've been on the right path, I've met the right people, and I feel like I've been going the right way. I've learned that I am a strong individual, and I always push myself to do things that may not make me comfortable, but will help me grow at the long run. I'm Brenda Monks, and I'm going to make it.
Making it means to me becoming a successful actress in terms of getting the roles that I want and winning awards for those roles. And making it as an entertainment professional means producing films that I get to star and be in and provide other opportunities for other people for. My biggest challenge in trying to make it will be probably time management and also making the correct sacrifices. It's really hard as an actress and an entrepreneur to come into a room and discover what light to turn on in terms of am I business Jordan, am I actress Jordan, and then also not letting the competition get to me, because I get so lost in being an entrepreneur sometimes and having my business hat on that I forget to be creative and let myself loose creatively. So when I go to a lot of auditions, I kind of stifle myself sometimes. I would like to tell the world that acting and modeling is much more than what you see on screen or on stage or in magazines. There are so many people who wake up some days and just say, I want to be famous, and that really kind of ruins it, because it's not about the fame, it's about what you can achieve with your body as an instrument. No different than a dancer or a musician. What can you do? How can you utilize all the things around you, whether it be text or lights or music, and just find your inner creativity and let it out naturally. It's about kind of loving the performance aspect of it. A lot of people just think it's about smiling and looking at cameras. And there are people who wake up every day and practice, or work at a dead-end job and dream, hoping for that one opportunity. And they don't understand how much sweat equity and time you put into it after work and when you wake up and when you sleep, and just how much goes into just that one picture that they see. My day-to-day is very interesting, depending on what time I like to get up, which now that I'm trying to add more fitness in my life because it's a wonderful stress reliever. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I probably start work at 7, and I'll work for a couple hours, then I'll take a break around 10 a.m. and make sure that I'm hitting my priority list. So I put my acting career into the same priority list I do for my business, Star Baby Enterprises. I have my top 3, so I have my P1s, my P2s, and my P3s. So my P1s are like my large clients that I provide a lot of time for during the week. My P2s will be clients that maybe I need to work on twice a week, and then my P3s would be like follow-ups and maybe some one-off creative projects. Like, for example, there's a music video I'm producing that I haven't been able to start yet because right now we need like funding that we're waiting for, or we need to sign off on an opportunity for another client. But with my acting career, I also make sure I take time every day, and I probably submit to over 100 jobs a week, so probably like 150 to 200 jobs a week, and I use 3 different casting sites that I spend an hour just submitting to. So I treat myself like I would any other client. It's the only way that I can really balance my business and my acting life. My dream acting role would be to do anything like Leonardo DiCaprio. There's a lot of women in film that I love. I love Mia Wasikwa, and I love Name I Butcher, and I love Meryl Streep like everybody else, and Kate Winslet, and those women I really adore. But I love Leonardo DiCaprio's career and the fact that over his entire career he's done these roles that are completely opposite of who he is. He's like with The Revenant, he like ate, slept, and breathed being that person, and I would love to do more immersive things like that. That would be my dream role, to showcase that I'm more than just my face value. I have a lot more layers, which is why I think that I love acting so much, because I get to peel them back. But that would be my dream role, just to do something that's completely immersive, and it's not only very introspective, but to see how much I could change myself physically, or my voice, or my mentality because of a role. You know what, people perform because not only they love performing, but they love to perform for you. That we're there for the audience, and we're there to feed off of your enjoyment of what we're doing, that gives us the most satisfaction. That yes, paychecks come and go, and we all need money, but at the end of the day, we perform for the love of the audience and providing an experience that you can help people disappear from their everyday life, and just appreciate that. Hi, my name is Jordan Elizabeth Gelber, and I'm going to make it.
Making it, I'd really like to consistently make good work, but I'd also like to stop bartending. I think my biggest challenge has been I don't know the right way to present myself to these gatekeepers. Like, I know I have this skill set to offer, and I don't know how best to show it off to people. My friends will always like laugh at my jokes because I'm clever, but I'm not in the right improv class to learn how to do that better. I think I need to learn how to present myself in the best light. You know, I'd love to be a badass female villain who gets good laughs. Every morning I wake up and I have my online submissions, and I'm on Backstage and casting networks and even social media now. I'll see people say, oh, I need a woman who looks like this, who can do this. And so I have like an hour and a half of emailing, and then I go to the gym because I want to be badass. And then if I'm having a good day, I'll have an audition or two in the afternoon. And then in the evening, I usually job and make that money. So much work goes into good acting, and I think because some very attractive but not as smart people get cast in some big Hollywood budgets, acting kind of is viewed with less respect. But the people who are skilled at their craft work so hard, and it just takes years and dedication to get to that point. I get to consistently make good film and good theater because people call me back. I'm fortunate enough to have good people in my life who are, as far as they're convinced, I have a lifetime contract to work with them. They have a role I can do and they call me, and I don't have to audition for it, and that's just a gift. And I love working with them. When I first got out of college, I thought, this is it, I'm ready, I'm talented, I'm here, everyone come discover me. And learning the difference between that and reality has been very humbling. I think going back to what I was saying about other people working very hard is I need to work that hard too. I need to continue to apply myself to achieve the things I want. I'm Maya Murphy, and I'm gonna make it.